Hey, what's up, everyone? I've had. Hey, what's up, everyone? I've had this question come up a lot lately. How do you become a teacher abroad? That is a great question. Today, I want to give you a step-by-step insight on how to do it. Let's go. Today, I want to tell you how to become a teacher abroad. Now, alright, so before we get into it, I just want to make something very clear. All teachers that teach abroad do not strictly teach English. Do not all teach English as a second language. Now, that is something that you can get into if you have a high school diploma and you would like to teach English in another country. That is okay. For other teachers out there that have teaching degrees, you can find a school where you teach reading, writing, math, science, social studies, all that other stuff. It's out there, I promise you. Now, what do you do when you want to teach abroad in another country? Now, you have a number of options. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I know about teaching abroad and how to do it. How to do it. How to do it. My first go-to for finding a job abroad is Search Associates. Now, Search Associates is kind of like an online recruiting platform that has a database of tons and tons of schools with lots and lots of teachers. Now, to sign up to Search Associates, it costs roughly $200, maybe a little bit more, but it is definitely worth it. That is how I got my first job. Now, what happens is you pay this fee and they give you kind of like an agent. And that agent is kind of like your mentor. They're helping you prepare your resume. They're helping you, well, actually, I don't know if they help you prepare your resume, but they help you set up on their database so you can look presentable to the other schools. They help navigate and they give you advice on some of the schools that you may be interested in. The cool thing about Search Associates is that on this database, they show the schools for what they're worth. They show the benefits, they show the packaging, they have comments about the schools, they show everything, and you have access to that with the fee that you pay. Also, you can contact the school through Search Associates. You can send the superintendent, the high school principal, whomever it is that's being represented online, your resume. You can tell them that you're interested, and they can also do the same. Often what happens if schools are very interested in you, they'll send you an email or send you a message. You don't necessarily have to go through their website. This is one of the cool things about Search Associates. It gives you a little bit of an inside while everyone else is on the outside. Now, the second part that I love about Search Associates is that they run a number of job fairs. And I never knew this was the thing until I was in university. I got really, really lucky. One of my mentor teachers in Antigonish, Nova Scotia, named Mr. Kevin Grant. If you're watching, hello and thank you. You are the reason why I am teaching abroad. You are the number one reason why I am doing a lot of the things that I'm doing today. He had a friend who was an agent with Search Associates. He had me contact him, I signed up, and here I am today. I went to a job fair in Toronto. Search Associates has many, many job fairs around the world, in many different states. I think the only one in Canada is in Toronto, and they also have them in other countries around the world. Now, these job fairs are super intense, to be honest, but they're really fun. One of the things I love about them are the presentations. Schools that are there, not all of them, hold presentations in different rooms. You can go to these schools and they can help you determine whether that school is a good fit for you. How? They do a presentation on what the school looks like, what the school represents, and they're really trying to sell their school to you. The day goes by and what happens is you also have an opportunity to hold your resume on hand. You can give your resume to multiple different schools. You have a mailbox and they have a mailbox. You can just slip a resume in any school that you want, but that doesn't guarantee you an interview or a job. What happens after some of the presentations, you get to go and look for the schools that you're interested in. In this huge hall, you'll see tons of schools, and you basically get in a line, you sign up, and you get an interview. One thing I noticed as a new teacher in Toronto was that some of the schools were very honest. They said, unfortunately, you don't have a lot of experience. We'll interview you, but the odds are we will come back and look at you in a few years. Some schools are also just looking for families that have two that are teaching. Why? Because they probably get to save more money. Now, no knock on them for that, but I'm just warning you, sometimes experience does matter. But going into this, you definitely have to go with an open mind. Once you sign up for these interviews, they ask you to come back to their room, which is a little bit strange, or their office, and you have an interview with them. And these are pretty real interviews. You will be guaranteed to have 5-6 interviews a day, because there are schools looking for teachers that have little experience, some experience, and a lot of experience. I remember going and hadn't even graduated yet, and I had interviews on top of interviews for the 2 days that I was there. I ended up going to Kuwait, and I loved every minute of it. The other option is international school services. Now, I've never really done anything with this organization or company, but I have had friends that have gone through this. It's very similar to Search Associates. You sign up, you pay a fee, you go to a fair, you get a job. Now again, these jobs are not guaranteed, but I guarantee you, you will get an interview with lots and lots of schools. It just happens. Now, there is a big push for teachers who want to teach in South America. There is a specific South American job fair that you can go to. This is called the Association of American Schools in South America. Now, if you are interested in South America specifically, you can look into the Association of American Schools South America. This is another company that is kind of like a job fair, and they only have schools in South America. South America is an amazing place to start your teaching career. I've only heard good things. Lastly, there is a database called International School Reviews. Now, here's the thing about school reviews. You do have to sign up for this site, and they give you insight onto reviews from real people that have taught or have had some sort of relationship with the schools. They're very honest, and you're going to get lots and lots of mixed feelings about a lot of the schools that you're looking at. I personally believe that it may help or it may stain your ideas about going to some of those schools. I would, if possible, reach out to the school to see if you can talk to people within the school so they can give you an honest answer. And again, like I mentioned before, you want to just be open to different possibilities. Now, it's hard to be abroad and away from family, but I also believe that there are more positives about being abroad than there are negative. It's entirely up to you. But I strongly believe that international teaching is something that a lot of people simply don't know about. If you want to get rid of some of your debt, international teaching will do that for you. I don't know what else to say. If you have any comments, you want to check out what this may look like for you, you're just not sure about some of the things that I said, put a message below, comment, send me an email, check me out on Instagram or Twitter. I will gladly share with you some of my experiences. Specifically, if you are a person of color, I have lots to say about that as well. Until next time, stay in the gray area. Peace.
Who that?